Creating a sense of community is even more important than ever. A community garden is one way of bringing people together. The CareFor Community Garden is a big project partnered with the City of Pembroke, CareFor, and community members. And the staff at CareFor didn't think twice when jumping on the chance to create this shared community space.
It wasn't even a member of should we do this. It was very easy decision to partner with the city. Unfortunately, COVID delayed the project a little bit. But this year, when you see how much work the volunteers and the city has put in to the garden and how it's just grown and transformed our little piece of land, it's amazing.
Creating a sense of community is more than just giving people a chance to grow their own products. What about the residents who may not be able to access the garden? The food bank needed to be involved.
So we started talking about what can we do in terms of the community to pull different individuals together, and we all have the same love, a love of gardening, but at the same time it's a sense of community when you're down here and you're talking to other individuals that have the same passion for gardening. I have a garden of my own, so this wasn't that I needed produce for myself, but then we thought, well, let's tie it into not only different individuals having their own plots and being able to grow produce for themselves, because some people don't have the area to be growing at their own homes or their own apartments. But as well, then talking to Councillor Abdallah, it's like, can we give back to the community in the sense of the food bank? And so then we said, well, let's start a massive garden in terms of being able to produce produce for the food banks, and so we were doing that as well. So it's certainly a win-win. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for that community, those individuals that have this love and want to do this.
One of the major benefactors of the garden is the integration of the food bank, being able to offer fresh local produce, the perfect partnership.
And we said, well, this is a great idea. This fits in perfectly with our mission, is to give a little more of the natural products, something that's locally grown. And basically, so I said, sure, we'll look into this. So I came up here with Brian, and he gave me a tour of all the lots, and he said, this large one here is for the St. Joseph's Food Bank. So wow, this is great. At the beginning of the pandemic, we would just hand out a bag of goods, and they were like dry goods, canned goods. We couldn't give produce. But now, as things are a little more flexible, and now we can actually get together and grow things together, we can actually hand out fresh things, and we tell them it's not from his store. These are local products.
That was one of the mandates of the community garden, is for people to have their own garden, produce their own food, and to provide food for the community. So it's all come to fruition. Then we have the individual garden members who have their own garden plots, who don't have a room at home. Some of them live in apartments, and they're so excited and to get the produce and grow and meet and talk about the different things they're doing with the gardening. And we have volunteers that water the garden for the food bank on a regular basis. So it's all about community. It's all about giving back. It's healthy living. It's a great success. And this just goes to show that when you have a goal and you have positive people and you have teamwork, that everything can come together to fruition.
Plans are to hold a grand opening in the new year to officially launch the community garden at the CareFor facility. But until then, the garden will continue to be a beacon of community spirit and help provide food to everyone in the community on a very local level. Reporting for Cogeco News, I'm Trevor Riley.